Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good myself. It is hotter than heck outside. I'm going to try not to cuss this time, y'all. It's going to be like 98 degrees today. It is very, very hot. You know, we had the windows open for a long time, but a couple days ago I turned on the air conditioner and I'm glad I did because it would really be hard to cool it down if I hadn't. It just got hot like that, you know? It's crazy. My husband's doing really good. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the prayers and the good thoughts and good wishes and everything. Thank y'all so much. He's doing really good. He went to Home Depot by himself today. Woohoo! For the first time. He gets a little bit dizzy, so he's kind of a little bit nervous to go by himself places. But I had things to do, and he knew it. He needed some air filters for the air conditioner that we have on now. And he said, I'm gonna go to Home Depot. And I said, bye. Go. Okay, you guys. My daughter got home from her trip. She's been gone for 2 weeks. Her dog was going crazy. This 120-pound mutt. You know, y'all heard all about. He got into a porcupine deal. Got, you know, quills all in his nose and everything. Oh my gosh, it was terrible, terrible. So yes, he kept going. He got out again. Oh my gosh, y'all, get your popcorn ready. Let me tell y'all, it's not as bad as the. I almost had a heart attack. It's not as bad as the porcupine. It turned out okay, but since he's been trying to get out and been acting crazy, every time that I take him outside, he stays inside all the time. But I had. When the windows were open, I have a screen door that he can get in and out of. And I would just leave the door open, and at will, he can go in and out and do whatever he wants to do. And go on the deck, go in his kennel, go run around, whatever he wants. But since he's been breaking out of the fence, I've been having to keep my eye on him. So every time I would take him outside, I'd go outside and stay there with him. So he went down into his kennel and was messing around down there. It was 6:30 in the morning. The day that my daughter got home, I think she was coming home. So I guess that was Monday. It was Monday morning, and he went down there, and my other dog went down there. They both were down there sniffing around. She came back up, and all of a sudden he started barking. I was playing around looking at my phone. I was just sitting. I didn't want to go down in the grass with him because it's all dewy and wet, you know. I did have my flip-flops on, thank God. And all of a sudden I heard him start barking at something, and I was on the porch. By the time I walked to the kennel, he slipped under the fence, and he was on the other side of the fence. My dog was in the kennel too. All I had to tell her was, do not follow him. Don't you dare. And she stopped in her tracks. She listens to me, thank God. He won't listen to me for nothing. But he was on the other side, and he was sniffing around, and I called him in my mean voice, my sweet voice, everything I could. I couldn't get him. I had my pajamas on still because it's 6:30 in the morning. I was like, shit. So I went in the house. I was going to go in the house and go change my clothes and start chasing the damn dog. There I went. I went and cussed. Excuse me. But this dog just tries me. It tries my patience. All of a sudden, before I could get to my back door, I heard him bark and chasing something. I heard a dog squealing. I mean, squealing horribly. It sounded like something was being murdered. It sounded like something was being killed. My heart just jumped out of my chest. I mean, I had chest pain so bad. My heart was hurting so bad. I was like, oh my God. He's killing something. He's killing another dog. Some other dog must be loose or something. It must have gone on our property. And, you know, he thinks no animal should be on our property. I'm pretty sure he killed that porcupine because I smell something dead now on our property. But like I said, it's like 3.5 acres. I don't know where it is. It's pretty wooded. So I look out the window, out my front window, as I come in to go to my bedroom. I have to pass the front windows, and I see a man walking with his this man that walks all the time with his 2 Dachshunds. They're very small, and he always walks by my mailbox and lets them sniff like crazy because I can smell my dogs, because I would walk him out to the mailbox all the time. Not anymore. I ain't doing that no more. Not after he knocked me down. Okay, so I thought, oh my God, it must have been those dogs that were like, they must have went crazy when they saw him. He must have just barked at him, but I don't think anything happened because he was walking them. He was still walking with them. They were going. Probably scared the life out of him because that's a 120-pound dog, you know. But those dogs sounded like they were being, killed. It sounded horrible. But nobody, he just kept walking and kept going. He never came to my door and never, and I'm sure Turk came out of our driveway. So, hopefully everything's okay, everything's fine. If something was wrong with the dog, I would think he would have picked it up. But they were still walking. They were walking by. But I'm sure it scared the hell out of him. It scared the hell out of me, and I'm the owner of the dang dog. Oh my gosh, y'all. It took me 40 minutes to wrangle this dog. 40 minutes. I just ran in here in the bedroom and I told my husband, get up, Turk's loose. And it was, oh no, that was Sunday morning, not Monday. It was Sunday morning. That's right. And I was like, it's Sunday morning. People are walking and he is loose. He can scare the hell out of people because he's such a big dog. And if they have an animal with them, he wants to bark at them and everything. Now, that might be an indication that he wouldn't hurt another dog when it's with their owner. So hopefully that dog didn't get hurt. Nobody got hurt. I never saw anything on the street, no blood, no nothing. I looked. I went over there and walked, and I said, did something happen? Did they get in a fight? Did he bite one of the dogs or something? No, I don't think anything happened. So I don't know. Little Dachshunds, do they scream and bark and whine? It was so loud. And there was 2 of them. So it was so loud. Scared me. Anyway, we chased this dog all over this neighborhood. He finally came back. The way that I got him back onto our property was I took my dog out, Kai. I made her bark. She'll bark, if you play ball with her and stuff. And I got her to bark. He was back in our yard in 5 minutes, hearing her bark. But of course, he wouldn't come to me. So me and my husband cornered him. There's other dogs on the other side of our house here that he loves to go bark at. So he was barking at their fence, and they have a fence all the way around. So I went from their driveway this way, and he went from that way, and we went like this and cornered him and got him back on the leash and got him in before he chased anybody else down the road, So that was a rude awakening on Sunday morning. It was not fun. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. My daughter's home now. He is her problem. I'm not dealing with him anymore. I'm done with him. I still love him, but he is a brat. And we've been going round and round how she needs to, have him trained or something because he will not listen. And he's scary. I walked yesterday myself, my husband, 2 days in a row, he will not walk. He did not walk yesterday or the day before. I walked by myself the whole time. I walked 45 minutes. He didn't go. He wouldn't take one step. He worked outside doing something on the deck, and so he was tired. He didn't want to walk. And I told him, you need cardio. For your heart, you got to do cardio. But he won't listen to me, and he didn't walk. I was walking by myself, and this couple came walking up. They had a Mastiff. Little taste of my own medicine. This man had a Mastiff, and when I was like, oh, shit, that's a big dog. And it was coming right towards me. And he grabbed the dog by the collar, just like I would do if somebody was walking close to me in Turk. I would grab my dog by the collar because the other person's uncomfortable. I went on the grass. I went as far away from them as I could. The Mastiffs are big. And I was just like, hello. I know how people feel when, I'm passing them by with this huge dog, and I can't even control him. Their dog they barely glanced at me, didn't even care, But Turk would have said, I want to go play with them. If I would have seen another person, he'd want to run up to him, and that would scare them, even though he would just want you to pet him, Anyway, so I got a little taste of my own medicine to understand how other people feel when, they're approached by my dog. Sometimes I need to, be put in that situation. Okay, so that was a lot of blabbing about me. I'm going to ask a few questions to Spirit. Did Pompeo, know that that Lennox guy was investigating him, that IG? He's saying, I didn't know he was investigating me. I didn't know nothing about it. So really, why did you want Trump to fire him? Why? Man, this administration, it's just awful. It's just, they can get by with so much, They don't want to have Congress have any oversight on anything. They just want to wipe out Congress. We don't need Congress anymore, We're going to just do whatever the hell we want. It's the mafia government, right? So I'm just going to ask Spirit to answer these questions for me truthfully, honestly, please. Did Pompeo know that Lennox was investigating him? Because we all think he didn't know. I mean, he did know. That's what we think, and let's just see what Spirit has to say about it too, okay? So I have the cards laid out. The first card I get is the Temperance card, So in the beginning, Pompeo was just kind of sitting there watching. He was watching Lennox and what he was doing, He was just watching how far this investigation would go. He was kind of like biding his time and holding back. So he knew what was going on the whole time. He says he didn't know. It's not true. He did know what was going on. And then at that point, this is the Two of Wands, it became very obvious to him that he needed to make a decision, about getting rid of Lennox, because he kept trying to talk to him, during his investigation. He wanted to sit down and have a talk with Pompeo, and he wouldn't have it. He would not ever go and talk with him. I don't know why he wouldn't. He should, right? But anyway, this Lennox has uncovered some dirty business between Trump, Saudi Arabia, the Arab Emirates, all about this trade for arms deal. He's got some dirt there. And so Pompeo made the decision that he wanted this to go away. Okay, this is all about making decisions. And that's what he did. He made a decision, to get rid of this, to cover it up, get rid of it. So I think he knew all about it. Now, the outcome card for this is the King of Cups. So Pompeo is really representing himself as being naive, being innocent. He's playing it very cool and balanced. I didn't know what was going on. He's smart like a fox. Not crazy, but smart. He is smart like a fox. But he thinks everybody else is dumb, and that we're going to fall for all that. So I wanted to take one more card, pull one more card, and see what else, came out. This is the next card, Nine of Swords. So yeah, he was stinking worried. He was really, really worried about this report. He knew it was coming out. He knew what Lennox was doing. He knew that Lennox wanted to interview him. He knew that. He turned him down. He didn't want to be interviewed. So he was very, very worried about it. That's why he got rid of him. So yeah, he knew about it. Yes, he did. Okay. What's next? We can take a look at Trump. Let's take a look at Trump. Trump is taking that hydroxychloroquine, right? Wonder what it's going to do to his health. Is he really taking that? Do you think? I mean, some people said they don't think he's taking it, that he's just did that as a sideshow, kind of like a squirrel or wag the dog or something, that he just wants people to talk about that instead of all the people that are dying. They rather talk about the president taking some, drug that might be making him sick, and maybe he's not taking it. So I'm gonna just take a look at it and see what Spirit says. So is Trump really taking chloroquine? Is that how you say it? Chloroquine, yeah, hydroxychloroquine. Is he really taking it? Man, when he says something, he looked like, I mean, I saw it. on TV because I played it so many times. This is very convincing. But of course, he's a reality star. You know, when he said it, he was really convincing. So it would be hard to know the truth when it comes to Trump. So we'll just have to ask Spirit, is he really taking that hydroxychloroquine, you know, and is it going to do anything to his health? He said he's taking 1 pill a day. What is that, 200 milligrams or something? He's just taking it off, just taking it just in case, you know. Wouldn't it be better just for everybody to wear a mask? And I don't know. Let's take a look at it here. Let me get my cards out. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. He's working hard at convincing us that this hydroxychloroquine is, you know, something that everybody ought to take, you know, that it's okay to take. He really wants us to believe that, and he's working hard at making us believe that. But is he really taking it? So when, you know, when that aide of his got sick and came down with it, and then Pence, that person close to Pence, also she got coronavirus too. That's when they started taking it, or he started taking it. So yes, he is taking it. He is, because he's fearful. He's a really big scaredy cat. You know, I know I've heard that he's like all Mr. Clean and has to be, you know, super sanitized, everything's super sanitized, and he's always worried about germs and this and that. Well, that it may be true, but that doesn't mean he would not take a pill to not get sick. This tells me that he was so worried about getting it. That's why he took that hydrochloroquine. He is taking it. He is, yeah. So he's trying to change. This is the Hanged Man. He's really trying hard to change everybody's perspective on this medicine. He wants everybody to see from the same, you know, the same way he does. He's saying, look, I'm taking it. It's not hurting me. I'm fine with it. Everybody ought to be fine with it. If you think you need it, you ought to take it. You know, that's just the way he feels and he thinks, but he wants everybody to think that like he, you know what I mean? He doesn't respect everybody else's opinion. He wants everybody to have his opinion. So he's taking it, and he wants you to take it too, you know? But the thing is, this may not be effective for you. This could hurt you. There's people, they say that it can do something to your heart, you know, that it's dangerous to take. Already I heard some man took some, but it was the kind for fish tanks, and he died from it. Y'all heard about that too, right? So yeah, he's taking it. He is. So let's take a look and see, will this hurt? Is this going to hurt Trump's health? Let's take a look at that. Is it hurting his health? Is that hurting his health in any way? I don't think he's taken enough of it that it will hurt his health. He's taking a small enough dose that it won't. This is the King of Cups. This is about, you know, being very balanced. So they're being, you know, being very balanced, meaning his doctors will let him do what he wants to do because, you know, that's the kind of guy he is. He pushes his own agendas forward, even if the doctors don't think it's a great idea. You know, he has a way of getting his way. He has a way of getting his way. And that's what he's done with the doctor. I want to do this. You know, I don't care if you don't think it's good for me or not. I think it's good for me. And another thing is with him, it's like he's the manifester. And, you know, people do this with their health all the time. It's like the placebo effect. You know what I mean? This is going to help me. I know this is going to help me, and so it does. And it's not going to hurt me because I don't think it will. This is going to be good for me. And it's the placebo effect. So it's not hurting him, you know. And the doctors are making sure that he's not taking enough that will hurt his heart or hurt, his body. They can put it this way. This is all about balance. So they're trying to make sure they are balancing Trump's ego and his little head game with his health. So they're having to walk a fine line and balance everything out. And that's what they're doing. So, he's not going to get sick from it. They're not going to let him get sick from it. Come on. That's not going to happen. He's not taking enough to get sick. So how good could it be for you? I don't know. I don't know how long he'll take it. But it's okay. He's going to be okay. He's not sick from it. All right. Okay. Well, we don't wish him to be sick. We don't wish any illness on anybody or anything. But, you know what I'm thinking. I'm not going to say it out loud. I am not. Okay. So I live in the state of Texas. Y'all know that, right? And it's been opening up. Little by little, it's opening up. My daughter, she cuts hair. Their salon's still not open, but their salon is going to open up May 31st, I think. They're only letting them, I think, have like 25% occupancy. It's going to be really, really tough for them to make any money. Really tough, because they have to have, they can only have so many people in there at once. They have to be 6 feet apart, and it's going to be a challenge to be able to make any money doing hair. It really is. And they work on this weird sliding scale. She works for TGF, so they're not going to get hazard pay either. Anyway, also at the end of the week on Friday, daycares can open up now. Isn't that weird? Daycares can open up, but you can only have 25% of the people in the gym or in a bar, but you can have all the kids in the daycare. I mean, I know people need daycare to go back to work. They do. But it seems weird, doesn't it? It just seems weird. Also, sports are going to be open back up May 31st. The pools are opening up, they say. They can have 25% occupancy in the pools. I don't know. Do y'all want to go to a pool? I know they say that the virus is killed by chlorine in the water. So, ever since we started opening up in Texas, we have seen our cases of coronavirus go up, up, and up, and up. My daughter was in Amarillo the other day, and that day that she left, they had 700 new cases of coronavirus the day that she left in Amarillo. I'm like, hope you're not bringing that home to your daddy and me. I told her to quarantine herself to her bedroom. She's not really abiding by that. I put a little fridge in there for her and everything. I told her, you need to go get you a corona test. They're free. Go get one and take your temperature, stay in your room. At least stay there for a few days, for a week or so. But she's coming out little by little. I think she got home, I guess it was Tuesday. Is that Tuesday, I think? Anyway. No, today's Tuesday, right? She got home Sunday? Maybe Sunday night. Sunday night. She got home Sunday night. Yeah, my days are always mixed up, y'all. She's only been home for a couple of days. She came out to the living room, and we've been telling her, stay out of the living room, stay in your room. She has a huge room in the back. It's huge. It's big as 3 bedrooms, probably. It used to be my husband's office, and he gave it to her just so she would have a big place to live. When we just told her, stay in your room, stay there, stay put, but she came out and she was talking to us. I was in the kitchen, and she came out. I brought you a gift. I brought you some T-shirts, and she's given us these gifts, and we're like, we don't want them right now. I went and put them on in the laundry, and I told my husband, I said, we can just leave them there for a couple of days. I don't even have to wash the T-shirts. They're brand new. As long as you leave them there, and the germs will die off, if there's anything on them. I'm sure there's nothing. I'm sure she's healthy and fine. I don't feel like that she's sick or anything. Okay, but let's just take a look at Texas. So How's Texas going to fare this summer? When we open all up, we get back to work. Let's take a look at Texas. I want to know too. You know, I don't know if we're going to have any business this year at all. Looks good, y'all. Well, maybe not. Okay, so it starts off good. It starts off really good. So we got the 10 of Pentacles in the very beginning. So it's, you know, as things reopen and everybody gets back to work, everybody's going to be happy and things are going to start off really good. I think the beginning of this, it's going to, you know, for the summer, things are going to be going well. Although the cases are rising, and they say that we need a lot more testing and we're not getting as much testing as we need. But in the beginning, it starts out really good. So that's good to know. And then 4 swords. Yeah. We might have to go back. You know, might have to put on the brakes of opening up. So it may go really, really good and all the plans are set in order and things are working out great. And then all of a sudden we have to go back, you know, a step or two. That's what this is all about. We'll have to take a break from what we're doing. And so maybe it's in the fall, you know. Let's see. Yeah, in the fall. It would be in the fall. And, you know, maybe things don't progress as it should. People start getting sick or something, and we're going to have to roll it back a little bit. So maybe they go to 50%, 75% or something like that, and things start, you know, people start getting sick, and then the governor has to start, you know, putting in some more guidelines for us again. And yeah, it's 5 of Swords. So yeah, we're going to have to, this is defending ourselves in the fall against the coronavirus. So it looks like, you know, for the summer, if y'all, you know, want to get out and do something, your Texans, get out now and do it while it's hot in the summertime, because I think it's going to come back in the fall and we're going to end up having to defend ourselves from this coronavirus once again in the fall. So there may be another round of it coming up, y'all. We're going to have to be careful. That's good to know, though. So if you got things and plans you want to do with your family, do them now in the summertime. That's probably the best time. It's going to, you know, resurge a little bit in the fall. Okay, anything else? I think, let me see if I have any other questions here. I think that's it for now. Okay, guys. If you got any other questions or anything, let me know, okay? Let me know. And if you'd like to get a reading with me, I'm doing readings every day. And it's nice because I have time to do readings now. I don't have to be taking care of my husband so closely. He's doing really good. And I get the chance to have a little bit of freedom, and it's nice. And now I got the dogs off me too. So, woo, I'm back to work full time. All right, guys, love y'all so much. Like I said, leave some comments for me. I love to read them. Any questions you have or anything. I love reading your comments. Thank y'all for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. I feel like I have a whole bunch of friends, and, you know, I love talking to y'all. It's so much fun. All right, guys, I'm going to go now. Have a wonderful day. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.